Welcome back, everyone. We're back again doing another animated D&D class. This time it's around the legendary heroes, based from the anime Rising of the Shield Hero. So let's dive straight into it. The legendary heroes are chosen by the legendary weapon. The weapons enable them to defend their world from interdimensional creatures summoned by the waves of destruction, and their guardian beasts. Each of the heroes were respectively equipped with their own equipment. Class features. As a legendary hero, you gain the following class features. Your hit dice is 1d10 per legendary hero level. At first level, you get 10 plus your constitution modifier as per usual. Hit points at higher levels is 1d10 or 6 plus your constitution modifier per legendary hero level. Proficiencies. Tools, you have none. Saving throws are dexterity and intelligence. Skills, you can choose 2 from Arcana, Athletics, Insight, Intimidation, Investigation, Medicine, Nature, and Persuasion. The tool or weapon and armor proficiencies will be broken down further into the class breakdown, so we'll see them in a moment. The following equipment. You start with the following equipment in addition to equipment granted by your background. So chainmail or leather armor, a Dungeoneer's pack, or an Explorer's pack. And at first level, we have the legendary weapon. First level, you are chosen by one of your legendary weapons: the shield, the sword, the spear, or the bow. The weapon grants you features at first level, and again at 3rd, 6th, 10th, 14th, and 18th level. I'll zoom in here, it might be a bit difficult to see. Click that off. So this is our breakdown for the class chart. So you have a first level, proficiency bonuses +2, you get your legendary weapon, the legendary weapon feature, 3 cantrips and no first level spells. Then no other features at second level. Then at third level, you get your weapon feature, more spells and whatnot. No cantrips, no, and spell slots per level. Ability score improvement at 4th, an extra attack at 5th, legendary weapon feature at 6th, reactive body at 7th, ability score improvement at 8th, heroes 8 and 9th. At 10th, we got legendary weapon feature and another blank at level 11, ability score improvement at 12, hero strength at 13th, legendary weapon feature at 14th, another additional extra attack at 15th, ability score improvement at 16th, hero strength 2 uses, legendary weapon feature at 18th, ability score improvement at 19th, and devastating blows at 20th. Okay, so spellcasting. As a conduit for divine power, you can cast legendary hero spells. See spell rules for the general rules of spellcasting and a spell listing for legendary hero spell list, which is down below at the end of this character class. Cantrips. First level, 3 cantrips of your choice from legendary hero spell list. You learn additional legendary hero cantrips of your choice at higher levels, as shown in the cantrips known on the of the legendary hero table. Preparing casting spells as per usual. So it's pretty much straightforward. We won't have to read through this. Your spell casting abilities. Intelligence is your spell casting ability for your legendary hero spells. The power of your spells comes from your devotion to your deity or through your shield or item. I should have been thing. I forgot to change it over. But whatever. You use your intelligence whenever a legendary hero spell refers to your spellcasting ability. In addition, you use your intelligence modifier when setting the saving DC for your legendary hero spell you cast, and when you make an attack roll with one. So your spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier, and then spell attack modifier is your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier. So pretty handy. We have some ritual casting spells, so if you have any that require it, you can ritual cast it. Spellcasting focus, you can use your legendary weapons, the adventure gear section, as a spellcasting focus for your legendary hero spells. Ability score improvement, the usual stuff. Ability score improvement at 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, and 19th. And then you can choose whether or not to increase 1 by 2, 2 by 1, or to choose a feat. Then at 5th level, you get the extra attack. Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. And then the number of attacks increases to 3 when you reach 15th level. So kind of just giving them a bit more options in a combat situation. Then we have reactive body. You have become used to quick and strenuous activities to aid your allies at a moment's notice. Starting at 6th level, you gain proficiency in the acrobatics or athletic skill. That's up to your choice, whatever you want to do, depending if you're gone more dexterous or maybe more strength-based. Hero's Aid. Starting at 9th level, you may use your reaction to give an ally within 5 feet advantage on a saving throw or an ability check of their choice. Hero Strength, starting at 13th level, if you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. If you do so, you must use a new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. You can use this feature twice between long rests starting at 17th level, so just a little handy little feature just to keep you standing. Devastating Blows, at 20th level, your attacks score a critical hit on a roll of a 19 or 20, so just kind of adding a bit more flavor to it. Then we have the legendary heroes are chosen by the legendary weapons: the shield, the sword, the spear, or the bow. The weapons enable them to defend their world from interdimensional creatures summoned by the waves of destruction, and the guardian beast. This weapon grants you features at 1st level, and again at 3rd, 6th, 10th, 14th, and 18th. So we have the shield. You get proficiencies with light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, shield, including tower shields. Weapons are included as none. So you're a defensive fighter. The shield hero is trained extensively to use their shield as a weapon. They have become proficient in the using of shields as a one-handed weapon, so long as they have no other weapons in their offhand. Shields deal 1d4 strength bludgeoning. 1d4 plus strength bludgeoning damage. The damage increased to 1d6 at level 10, then 1d8 at level 15. Then we have a fighting style. At 1st level, you adopt a particular style of fighting as your specialty. Choose one of the following options: defense, dueling, or protection. So that's pretty much the standard for across the board for all classes that have fighting styles. Then at 3rd level, we have Airstrike Shield. Starting at 3rd level, as a reaction, when you or an ally are targeted by an attack, you, as a reaction, can cast a spell Shield. You can either use it on yourself or an ally. I haven't put a distance within it, but I would say maybe up to 30 feet. We just safety kind of thing. But I didn't want to create a new spell or feature that would pretty much be shield. So shield would probably be the best fit, and just basically able to transfer it over to other people rather than just having to use it on yourself. Then we have Shield Hero's Blockade. At 6th level, you may block an area of effect attack and prevent damage and effects in a 15-foot cone directly behind you as a reaction. You may choose to make your saving throw with disadvantage. Those behind you automatically pass their saving throws. The spell or ability must be used in a way that the shield hero may intercede at the DM's discretion. But normally, if you could say, I want to block it, they might say, okay, you can use your saving throw since you're not going to try to dodge it away. You can maybe maneuver yourself into it to block everyone else. Shield Prison. Starting at 10th level, the Shield Hero casts the spell Leomin's Tiny Hut. The spell is added to the Shield Hero spell list. The spell can be cast at will without expending a spell slot or material component. So just trying to activate it and just get it up. In this case, I'm designing it to be more protective rather than offensive, because I figured if you're going to go offensive, it would probably have to be was it the Resilient Spear spell? I can't really remember what it's called off the top of my head. I think it's Odaluk's Resilient Sphere, but I thought Leomin's Tiny Hut might be a better go-to. You can either cast it at will, so like instantaneously, or maybe if you want to do it the 1 minute interjection, depending on how you want to roll with it. Shooting Star Shield. Starting at 14th level as an action, you present your shield and a sphere. Green defensive energy emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, and the sphere moves with you, and it lasts for 1 minute or until you're incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, is within the sphere, all damage you would receive is reduced by half. Your movement speed is also reduced by 15, and you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. Shooting Star Shield improved. Starting at 18th level, when you may enter your Shooting Star Shield state as a bonus action, and your speed also is no longer halved, so it's back to normal 30 or whatever your base is. The sword. So your proficiencies are with light armor or medium armor. Weapons are short swords, long swords, great swords, rapiers, and scimitars. Fighting style. At 1st level, you adopt a particular style of fighting as your speciality. Choose one of the following options: defense, dueling, or great weapon fighting. Then at 3rd level, we have Imbue Magic. At 3rd level, you learn to invoke a powerful magic within your weapon. You choose to learn one elemental imbuement listed below. As a bonus action, you infuse a single weapon with the magical energy of a known elemental imbuement for up to 8 hours, while active attacks with this weapon deal an additional 1d4 damage of the chosen damage type. This damage is considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks. And damage dealt by Imbue Magic increases as you gain legendary heroes levels. I can't remember what else. Oh, there we go. As shown in the Imbue Magic column of the sword hero table. Your enchantment lasts until the spell ends, but can only end early if the weapon is wielded by another creature or if you fall unconscious. If you use this ability to imbue the same weapon again, your current enchantment leaves and is replaced by the new enchantment. You learn additional elemental imbuement at 6th level and again at 11th, and you can choose one arcane imbuement at 14th level. So you can choose from the following options: fire, ice, lightning, poison, and then for arcane, necrotic, psychic, radiant, and force damage. And then here are your imbue dice. So up till 3rd level you have 1d4, 4th to 9th is 1d6, 10th to 13th is 1d8, and then from 14th to 18th is 1d10, and then from 19th to 20 is 1d12 additional damage. Then we have spell weaving. Beginning at 6th level, when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. Shooting star sword. Starting at 10th level, when you make a weapon attack, you can imbue your strike with the hidden power within the legendary hero's sword. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal force damage to the target in addition to the weapon's damage. This damage is 2d8 for 1st level spell slot, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than 1st, to a maximum of 68. Sword Hero's Might. At 14th level, you learn how to make your weapon strikes undercut a creature's ability to resist your spells. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn. And then 18th, we have Improved Spell Weaving. Starting at 18th level, when you use your reaction to cast a spell, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action, so kind of upping the ante of the spell weaving from before. Then we have the spear. Proficiencies are light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor. You're proficient with the spear, glaive, halberd, and pike. I know that technically it's the spear hero, but like I gave it additional options as like the long kind of ranged weapons, just because I know the spear kind of in normal terms, a spear kind of, or outside of D&D, kind of categorized across all 4 of those weapons, but in D&D it's more minute, and you have to have that separation between the 4. I figured to throw them all in as the same kind of overlayer. Then you have your fighting style at 1st level. Choose between defense, dueling, and great weapon fighting. I know some of you are going to be saying you can't use dueling, but spear is technically a one-handed weapon. It's versatile, so you can use it one-handed or two-handed, so I gave it the option to have 2. Otherwise you just have basically between defense and great weapon fighting. But it's up to you depending what you go for. Then we have Spear Hero Strength. Starting at 3rd level, you are able to strike with your weapons with immense strength. Whenever you hit with a weapon that you are proficient with and deal damage, the weapon's damage increases by amount based on your level in this class, as shown on the Legendary Spear Hero's damage table. So at 3rd level, you deal 1d4, 10th you deal 1d6, 16th 1d8, and 20th 1d10. So it's kind of adds a bit more damage and balances you out in comparison to other classes. You have Remarkable Athlete at 6th level. So starting at 6th level, you can add half your proficiency bonus round up to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus. In addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by a number of feet equal to your strength modifier. So just kind of making you a little bit more well-rounded, because in the anime, in the books, the spear hero is the more physically strongest of the bunch, so I figured give more physicality based features probably the best way to do it. At 10th level, we have Devastating Critical. Starting at 10th level, when you score a critical hit with a weapon attack, you gain a bonus to that weapon's damage roll equal to your level in the class. So if you scroll a critical hit at 10th level, you'd add on 10 damage to it and increases from there. So handy little bonus. Shooting Star Strike. At 14th level, you can imbue your strikes with the hidden power within the legendary hero Spear. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the attack to deal an extra 1d8 force damage to the target. When you reach 17th level, the extra damage increases to 2d8. Hero's Aura of Courage. Starting at 18th level, you and friendly creatures within 30 feet of you can't be frightened while you are conscious. Whoops. And then we have the bow. Proficiencies, armor, light armor, medium armor. Weapons are short bow, long bow, and crossbow, both light and heavy. Fighting style, you could choose between archery and defense. None of the others really fell into the the scope for archery based combat. Then we have Forceful Shot. At 3rd level, you learn to invoke powerful magic within your weapon. Whenever you successfully hit with the weapon that you're proficient with and deal damage, the weapon deals an additional force damage. Damage increases by amount based on your level in this class, as shown on the Legendary Bow damage table. So same as the Spear Hero, you deal 1d4 force, 1d6, 1d8, and 1d10 at different levels. At 6th level, you get Uncanny Dodge. I figured a class that's going to be more further out, based away from combat, allowing them to be a little bit further away and having the option to get out of combat, or not get out of combat, but kind of have the damage, because normally they're going to be hit with ranged spells, so stuff like that might be a handy option for them. Spell Weaving, beginning at 10th level, when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can make one attack as a bonus action. Shooting Star Volley, beginning at 14th level, you can use your action to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 20 feet of a point you can see within your weapon's range. You must have ammunition for each target as normal, and you can make a separate attack roll for each target. So technically it's a 40-foot diameter circle, so you can shoot a shitload of enemies in that little volley. Only thing is you're going to have lots of arrows to go through, but more likely you're going to have all those arrows. Then Improved Spell Weaving. Starting at 18th level, when you use your action to cast a spell, you can make one attack action as a bonus action. So kind of improving on the Spell Weaving again. It fit the Archer a bit more, or the Bow Hero a bit more in comparison to the Spear Hero. I figured it's just a better option to go for. Then we just have the spell list. Pretty straightforward. There's a little bit more... there's a bit more kind of a well-rounded spellcaster, which I think you want for the hero, because you don't want them to be kind of like these second class spellcasters. But I think it suits them pretty well. Yeah, so I think they balance out. They're not too overpowered in terms of their features and what they have, but they balance it out with their spells. So it's an easy option. They have a good amount of spells that they can use, but then they're limited to the amount of spells that they can actually cast. So like you have four first level spell slots, 3 seconds, 3 thirds, 3/4, and 2/5 at 20th level. So it kind of balances them out. They're pretty powerful base wise, but then you can add on all the different add-ons to it to make them a bit more powerful. But you can definitely have all these different spells to make them more well-rounded. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you guys have any suggestions that you want us to do. There's a few in the pipeline I'm working on. I can't remember at the top of my head which ones they are, but we have some DBZ DBZ classes, the 5 ninja villages for Naruto, some other fan suggestions, so we'll get through them once we can. But yeah, so please let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.